Hello and welcome to this presentation of Minor League Tag Pro Season 22, Week Number 1. We have got a matchup between the Chennai Muper Pings, or maybe Super Pings, I'm not really sure which is the official name, and the Snow Angles. I'm your host, Zvanvog. Joined alongside me is color commentator JJ Poole. JJ, what are you looking forward to in tonight's game?
Hey, Svan. I think we have two very good teams to open up week one here of Minor League Tag Pro. Definitely two of the better captains here. Water Wheel and Frozen were both given very low tag coin adjustments for this season, and they both still happen to draft very good teams. A lot of skill on both sides. We'll see how these teams mesh for week one.
Yeah, as you mentioned, these two, you're right that they had the least tag coins given to them in the draft. As both captains, I believe, have majors experience. Water Wheel was in majors last season, um,
Yep.
and Frozen, he's been on the edge um, for a number of seasons now. Sort of,
It has a Super Bowl too.
does he really? I
Yeah, he was on that Ball Don't Lie Tyrus team. The
well.
What were they called? The team that won with all the tag pros.
Yeah. Well, clearly I have not been around Tag Pro for a long time,
I think
so
it was season 16.
okay, I'll
Steve
trust
Juice.
you. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, as you mentioned, we've got a lot of championship experience on both teams. I think uh, Refined has won a Mover Ball. I think
Water Wheel has one too.
Water Wheel has one. Yeah.
Frozen has one from way back when.
Yep. So they are looking to bring the championship back to their own pockets. But of course, still the beginning of the season, a long season. We are starting this week on the two maps MERALD and Transilio 2020, both weird versions of very old maps. But every
And
map
yet
seems to be getting
somehow
updated.
somehow these two new versions have been staples for season after season already.
Yeah, yeah. So they aren't that different from the original versions. I think especially MERALD, really the main difference is that the gate is like one tile shorter. I don't
Yep.
know if there's much difference else there. But in Transilio, the big difference is that the gate is a lot smaller, which makes it a lot more viable to actually try to get out through the gate.
And there's no spike near the in-base power-ups. It's a boost.
Ah, yeah. Alright, hopefully I can get the sound working. It only... Alright, I think I hear it. Alright, we are underway. Let's make sure I actually cut to the game. There we go. And we are off. Week 1, Minor League Type Pro has started. And somehow my jerseys are actually working too, which is very exciting.
Nice.
I got Poet had his script up, and I tried to test it out yesterday, and it didn't seem to be working. But I do see them now, so hey, that's cool. Anyway, on the Chennai side, we've got Water Wheel and Popsic on defense going against the offense of Frozen and Space Tiger, while Refined and Will 1119 will be facing off against Crowman and Squeeb in the other base.
I think the two offenses tonight are definitely the stronger pairings on each team.
Mm-hmm.
Will and Refined are very established players. Same thing with Space and Frozen. Squeeb has been around forever and has always put up good numbers. And Water Wheel obviously has been established himself. I think the two question marks are Popsic and Crowman. And I think the keys tonight for each team will be how those two show up.
Yeah, and as we see, both flags are now out of base. It's all about the resets now. As we'll see how quickly teams play anti-Squeeb. He's not going to get there. Waterwheel has the Juke Juice, just trying to make moves. And Popsic gets a reset. His 2v2 blocks chance for Refined. Squeeb catches up, and he'll just wait, look for any boost opportunity.
I haven't seen Popstick play in a while. Crowman, like I said, is kind of less established than everybody else, but he, at least for tier 3 in XLTP, was part of a very good defense with D-Rec.
Yeah.
They both gave me and Provo a lot of trouble in XLTP. So I'm sure he'll translate pretty well into minors.
Yeah, I think one of his strengths from playing with him is that he's really good at communication as he picks up a tag pro from bottom. It would be the first tag pro of the game, a chance for Space Tiger to have a lead. We passed a few water wheel looking for the boost, isn't going to hit it, but Refined with the snipe from behind.
I'm interested to see Refined on offense, especially playing with Will. I partnered with Will last season in minors, and Will is very easy to partner with, and he's very smart and just knows exactly what to do basically at all times. The issue with us two last season, as Refined comes in to try and cap, gets cut out by Space Tiger, is that Will and I are basically the same player, where Refined definitely has a higher skill ceiling than I do in Tag Pro, which I think can help. Him and Will can do different things. Will can kind of set up the bombs and make sure they're getting power ups and setting up regrabs, and Refined can just kind of do the grabbing and capping, which I couldn't really do last year. I think they'll
Ooh,
be a very good offense this season.
nice bomb from Frozen as powers. Oh, both tag pros will go over to Chennai as a good chance for them, but they'll need a second offender. All four of the Snow Angles players are in base. They're looking to play 4D. Couple of kills from Will. Goes flag both people with pass 3. Just needs a block and water wheel with a tag wheel. This should be a cap. Oh, nearly gets gated, but he will get the first cap of the game, going over to Will for the Chennai Muper Pings.
It's good to see Will get a cap in week 1 this season. Last season he did not cap in week 1, even though he played 40 minutes of offense.
Yeah, as soon as you started talking about him and Ref, you saw exactly what you were saying, where he grabbed and gave the handoff, a perfect handoff to Ref that really started that chain. But of course, what led to the eventual cap was the tag pros. The power-ups are just so strong. Space Tiger, he's going to boost out top, pass to everyone. Will is blocked out. Can Popstar get there in time? Oh, he can.
Wow.
Squeeb's block is not quite good enough, and he's going to be past 3 top. Water Wheel needs a block. Oh, but the boost spawns. And unfortunately for Popsic, he boosts right into the OD player.
It's unfortunate for them not to cap off of that, but you can see that be in their mind all the time to play anti, and that's why they're getting all of these chances. Is that Water Wheel specifically seems to be playing anti a lot.
Yeah, I don't seem to see it that much from the Snow Angles. The couple of resets that I've seen them get so far have been from basically just backward snipes off the regrab, which isn't quite the same. Space Tiger, though, as soon as I say it's the commentator's curse, he heard me, I think.
Yeah, they have the stream on.
Yeah. It doesn't quite work, though. Is not able to get the reset, and Popsic is going to get cap number 2. Just sneaks over the OD.
Popsic has been making some offensive plays. It's his second chance to come in and cap in the last minute or so. His power-ups are coming up.
Another tag pro going over to the Mooper Pings as Water Wheel picks it up. The rolling bomb for the Snow Angles, though, will have it on the flag on Squeeb. A good chance as he comes in space, he's going to boost. Oh no, runs into the spike. That's a tough angle. He tried to get over the defender to get to the boost.
Yeah, the defender did just enough to mess that line of sight up.
Yep. As a good chance for the Mooper Pings to get a reset, they will be able to. But 3OD as Popsic looks to come to base, goes right into the gate.
Coming in a little too quickly.
Yep, there wasn't anyone on his tail. He really just didn't need to boost with that much speed, but it also gives up, the opponent gets the reset. And Frozen's gonna be out. Fry needs to stay alive. He will be able to, looks like, for enough time. As the next round of power-ups will be spawning, it looks like, I think, so far the Mooper Pings have done pretty well. They've got a little bit lucky with the tag pros. This time it's a juke juice for either side, one for Popsic and one for Space.
I've gotten lucky with picking up tag pros, but it seems that one was a little more even, but it seemed like they've been all over the power-ups and the Snow Angles have not, so kind of get what you deserve on the power-up spawns.
Yeah.
Can't complain about giving up tag pros when you're not even trying for them.
Yeah, there have been a few you don't see that very often, especially on a map with only 2 power-ups that sort of unfought for by one team, but Frozen comes in, Crowman playing anti. He realizes that the team needs to play anti. He gets the reset and the cap for Frozen. Cuts the lead in half.
And they definitely gave Frozen the word to boost straight into the flag there, which
Yep.
got them the cap.
Refine's gonna be out. Frozen needs to grab, but no one's near him, so he should be able to stay alive. You see a lot of caps on Emeralds coming from these bomb plays. I don't know if we've seen any in this game, but the bomb on base is very powerful, as the handoff to Water Wheel at the rolling bomb is good, but Frozen gets the split to survive on the other side.
Nobody's there to get the return on Frozen, so Water's rolling bomb just disappears.
Yep. But Pop is going to be past 3. If Water Wheel can get a solo, he can. Cap number 3, 3-1 lead now for the Muper Pings.
Popsick making some more offensive plays. I think that might be interesting for them if Popsick wants to continue playing this well in the offensive aspects of the game and have Refine swing back and cover D for a second or two.
Yeah.
I think that can definitely work out better than most teams' O and D flips.
Yep. I know Refined. I think there have been a few players this season that perhaps people think of them a nice block from Squeeb, think of them as defenders, but are restricted to O this season, and I believe Refined is one of them.
Did not know that. I knew he was going to play offense. I didn't know he was restricted.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's true. Nice
Water's
snipe
another one that
there.
can play both sides too.
Yep. Oh, but he misses the boost right into flag.
I don't think he knew it was spawning.
Yeah.
You should treat every boost as if it's just about to spawn.
Yep. Still looking to boost. The blocks are there. Frozen goes too far away. He goes underneath the gate, and the blocks are perfect to split between. And early on, oh, I should actually zoom out. Just the first half, a minute left. Frozen, oh, the boost block not there from Squeeb ends up pushing Refined into the return. As we're headed almost to halftime, a 4-1 lead that the Muper Pings have just been slowly building up.
They haven't really had one specific stretch where they had control. They just seem to be playing a little bit better the whole time.
Yeah. And here's another good chance as Popsick has a rolling bomb on flag. He's going to be past 2 at least with the boost. Space Tiger can't defuse. Doesn't get the boost straight into flag, and Frozen, great positioning there. Gets the rolling bomb defuse into the flag tile grab. I think Popsick could have played that better. He probably, if he just gets a little bit of a different angle on the defuse, he has a cap there. And Squeeb finally does get the reset for the angles. Frozen kind of come to base, but there's only one defender. It's not going to do it. And gets gated, in fact.
Might be one last chance for space before the half ends.
Yep. 3 seconds left. Popsick gets the final return. And that will be the half. The Muper Pings take the first half of game number 1, 4-1. Popsick. Popsick on top of the leaderboard. Yeah. Power-ups, big thing.
12-6.
12-6.
The Muper Pings.
Yep, you talked about it. They have just been winning, doing all the small things, winning the power-ups, getting the resets. Open. I should save this JSON. Okay. This is the new VCR thing that I'm figuring out how to do. Basically, they just say, "Hey, you should do this," right before I started. So I don't know where I saved it to.
Detection.
But yeah, I think so. It wouldn't be a season of mLTP without bot drama. You know that. Let's see. Let's switch back.
The tag pros weren't actually that heavy to the Muper Pings. They got 12 power-ups and 7 of them were rolling bombs.
Interesting.
They only had 3 tag pros out of 12 pups. It was a little... Actually, it was better for snow angles. They got 2 tag pros out of 6 power-ups. So they have no right to complain.
Water Wheel asking for a bit of a break in halftime, going over some adjustments maybe. The Bill Belichick second half.
I think the only adjustments for them is just to be a little bit more patient when they had the flag. They were in control for most of the game. They just could have taken one or two more chances a little bit better as they brought the flag in. They had a minute more hold than the Snow Angles that half, 5:17 to 4:15. And they had a lot less pops. They only had 48 pops, and Snow Angles popped 60 times.
Oof. Yeah, that's a big
Just
one
a
on
lot of
maps with
pop.
gates.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of kills, non-return tags with those gates in base. I know I always get caught on the gate like 5 times a game, so.
And big prevent numbers. Pings, they had 2 more minutes of prevent as a team, which I think just has to do with the anti that they were playing.
Yeah.
And they also didn't give up anything when they were playing anti. Like normally you play anti with the thought of like, sure, we might give up a cap, but we're going to get reset after it. And they didn't give up any caps when they were playing anti.
Alright, we are headed into half number 2. Let's see if I can manage to fix everything and swap the team names. Oh, I
That was
forgot
4-1, correct?
4 to
For a
1.
cap team.
That's right. Alright, we're back. And a very quick and flaccid for the angles. They'll have their work cut out for them. 3 caps to come back from, but on Emerald, well, MERALD, I suppose, anything can happen. 3 caps can come in less than a minute. As Space Tiger gets the first out.
Nice support there from Frozen.
Yeah, great block. He's going to come into base. The block, oh, not quite. He has a little bit too much sideways momentum. Can't get to the flag tile.
Space Tiger's pretty good too. I had never really played with or against him. I don't really think so until XLTP this last season. And we filled in on his team as loans,
Yep.
and I enjoyed playing offense with him.
Yeah, I think his team did pretty well. He's a tier 2 team, and there were a lot of roster confusion, players that didn't show up or quit or couldn't make certain games, but his team still managed to do pretty well as Will wins the Tag Pro in I think it was a 2v3 battle. His juke juice over to Refined as well. It's a good opportunity, but Will did not want to grab with that.
Yeah, and it's still 2 more pups to the Muper Pings. At worst, they're not letting the Snow Angles use these.
Yep, and a quadruple kill. Ref can boost past almost everyone straight into flag. Oh no,
Frozen beat him to
gets
it.
there in time. Popsic wasn't really trying to block, he's just sitting on the top gate. I guess he thought his teammate had enough time. Alright, we're turning up the music this time. Ooh, Will comes in, nice play. The return, the bomb into the return by Ref, right into the cap, and it's a 5-1 lead, and Waterwheel's gonna bring it in for cap number 2. The train is alive and well. Crowman has a chance for the counter cap. Ref needs to go huge on OD, he can't quite do it. So at least the angles get 1 back, but they have...
Crowman might have one here.
Yeah, Crowman gets it. The lead
Yeah,
is
I don't
still
know
at
if that
4.
was Refined. I don't know if that was Refined messing anything up. I think Crowman took that corner very well.
Yeah, that was a really nice move. Popsic has a chance to add another one. Crowman has the angle on him, though. Yeah, it would have been a pretty impressive OD play from Refine to get it, but really nice move around the corner. Or around the 45 wall, that is. Ref looking for the block for Will, can't quite get out.
Frozen and Space seem to be grabbing a lot more this half.
Seems to be working out for them so far. Oh, but the boost spawns. So lucky for Waterwheel. They want that one back. Space Tiger's still not a good chance. He should wait for the power-ups. His team will get a tag pro from top. But he has to worry about the snipes. Both miss, so pass 2 with tag pro lead. Frozen should be able to just walk straight in. No, it's not quite. Ref comes in from the side. Didn't watch out for that one. And
just again, another one of these teams, or another one of these instances where the teams are just being a little, they're pushing it a little too much coming in.
Yeah, they were ahead
especially
by
with the
2
tag
by a
count.
lot. Probably could have just waited there. Here's a good
You always get
opportunity.
antsy a bit in week one, just to get off on a good footing for the year.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to change the thing that says the half. It's game 1, half 2 now. My scoreboard still says game 1, half 1. But half 1 was a 4-1 win by the Muper Ping, so they are ahead by 4 caps on aggregate so far, and again, they win both power-ups. And this is pretty much the perfect combination too. The Tag Pro and the Juke Juice. I think that's the best combination of power-ups you can get.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, Ref, that's a
and they're
dangerous
being a
boost.
little too aggressive coming in.
Yeah. That's a completely unnecessary boost too. You could just walk underneath it.
Yeah.
The blocks were there. But getting a little bit ahead of himself. Still 5 minutes, anything can happen. Space Tiger, as the Muper Pings are just going to play 3 OD as Water Wheel goes back for Anti. We'll see if they might just play all-time Anti. Space Tiger should wait for the power-ups now. An attempt at the bomb play doesn't quite work out. Rosen will go for the top power-up, but Popsick gets out of base.
Smart pull from Popsick.
Yep, they have the man advantage, and as the defense was worrying about power-ups, he saw his opportunity and took it. Pro Man gets his own kill, but gets returned right after, and a snipe from Water Wheel should get a reset for both sides.
Game getting slowed down like this obviously helps the Muper Pings with their lead a bit more.
Yep.
They're happy to sit here with both teams getting prevent.
Yeah, basically when you're ahead by this much, anytime you can take a kiss, and you should. Not quite anytime, but as they have a chance to build their lead, a nice block from Popsick. Refined makes it a 5 cap lead now. Space Tiger, you can't go anywhere. That snipe from Popsick, he's just waiting on the boost. It's so dangerous, so he has to be wary of it.
Water's continuing to play anti. It seems like it's always him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's as the captain, he's the leader of the team. He's probably just saying, you know, all-time anti, ahead by 5. You know, it's a little bit early to park the bus, but you just don't want to give up one of those trains. That's the only thing that can hurt you now.
As long as they avoid those trains and keep doing at least decently well in power-ups, they should be able to hold this out.
Yep. Yep, the power-ups are definitely the other thing that they will be worrying about. There's still a chance. Nice, as the reset comes in for Space Tiger. Can he get the last return on Will? Not quite. Popsick gets there in time, and Will gets out of base. Past 3.
Past 3.
Water Wheel snipe on Frozen. Great snipe. That's going to be another cap. 8-2 now. Muper Ping's just piling it on MERALD. Popsick nearly gets around.
Will has 15 tags right now with only 4 returns.
Oh my goodness.
So he's getting a lot of gates and a lot of tag pro kills.
Yep, the non-return tags, certainly as we mentioned earlier, that there'll be a lot of them on this map. And when you win all the power-ups, you'll get a lot more.
Keeps adding up.
At this point, if I'm the Snow Angles, you know, just look for a couple caps, you know, have some momentum. It's a 6 cap deficit on aggregate in this game, and Refined trying to make it 70 does get to the boost in time. Oh, and a snipe attempt, backwards bomb from Space Tiger right into the spike. Wonder if it's a little bit of tilt.
I don't know at this point with some of these plays they're making is if you're hoping for a couple caps or you're just hoping to stop the other team from capping.
Yeah. And another kiss. But a tag pro lead for Space Tiger. There's a chance. Crowman misses the snipe though. That would have been big. Still a good chance, but they'll need to get Water Wheel, who has all the time and the assists from Refined, who gets the return as well.
They're gonna.
This should be
Yeah.
another one. Will keeps the flag in base, gets the last flask grab. Oof. 10-2 now. They are feeling it on the Mooper Pink side.
A lot of caps.
Frozen with a nice rub grab. With about a minute left, there's one round of power-ups. Oh, a great boost. Snipe from Water Wheel. He had no idea where he was. He's just guessing the timing, from that team boost. So
Two
those are the
more
most
tag
satisfying. And 2 tag pros. The power-ups are just absolutely demolishing the angles and any chance that they have. This should be another cap, and it will be. Will boats it a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little boat. Oh, but it's gonna cost them.
Oh, and Frozen? Okay. The consolation cap, the second of the game now, is 30 seconds left. This game's about over. But, hey, any momentum, any sort of moral victory you can take heading into the second game, because it's a completely new game, It's a 0-0 game starting in 10 seconds from now. Space Tiger looking for one final one. It looks like he'll get it, and he will. So,
Turn the tide.
yeah, they turn the tides. They did get the last 2 caps of the half. Final score on aggregate, let's see, 11-4. Oh wait, that's not the button I want to press. Alright, what do the Angles need to do in the second game to have a chance to pull out 3 points from this week?
I think playing on Transilio might help their defense a little bit. I feel like Squeeze can definitely play the flag and focus on basically playing no grab. And Crowman, at least in my XLTP scrims against him, felt as if he was more of a support or like a partnership type player more than like I'm gonna make all the plays. So if they kind of if they've built up that chemistry over the last week or so, I think Transilio is definitely better for that, of a more true like primary secondary defender than on Emerald. So I think hopefully for that, from their perspective, that they can keep the flag in a bit better with that. And
Yes.
just they have to stop the runs. What, not even cap runs, just the constant regrab trains. They got to play anti a bit more, or just do better at getting like one return after another. Are we on Emerald again, or is it just me?
Yeah, seems to be a mistake. Water Wheel says keep going. They launched very quick. I'm not sure if I don't know, maybe it's a ping test? Not sure. But I don't need to be showing this. Let's see. Let's go back to my fancy scoreboard. So
Like, what is this, like season 6 again, where you just play 40 minutes on one map each week?
Let's see. Do I need to? Well, that's what I was gonna do.
So I know we said 60 pops was a lot in half one.
Uh-huh.
Snow Angles popped 75 times in half two. There's a lot of pops.
That's rough. I do think a little bit of it was tilt towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
They were giving up a bit. But you gotta remember to, this is a new game. You have all the opportunity to win, and there's a big difference between 3 points and 0 points.
If all of those 75 pops happened like independently, which obviously there was some overlap, so it's not exactly true. If all of them happened like one at a time, they were playing 4v3 for almost 4 minutes.
Oof. That's rough. You don't want to think about it, really.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of that was we're down by 5. We have to try some stuff.
Yeah.
They did, and when you Try too hard.
Yep. As game number 2 is underway, we're on Transilio 2020. Everything sounds cooler when you put the year after it. It's like when everything was 2000s back in 2000.
I think we have to stop playing this map. The calendar year flips.
Yeah,
We have to make a
obviously.
new one. That's how it works. Well, last season, we were really good at getting out with the bombs on Transilio and like having the timers when the defense didn't and that kind of stuff. So we'll
Yeah.
see if that comes into play here.
Yeah, the bomb is super important. It's probably, there's so many ways to take it. If you can be sitting there with the flag, you can take it like at least 5 different ways. Through one portal, through the other, straight through, or a number of other ways. As the first round of power-ups, looks like everyone's going to be going for them. 2v1 on each base, but Space Tire wins the 1v1 battle mid. And it's 2 Juke Juices over to the angles. Already a better start, as they're getting 2 out of 3 power-ups.
See if they can use them.
Space Tire, let's see if he can get out of base. He gets past Water Wheel, not past Popsick though, and the snipe will keep the flag in base. I think at first there was a chance for a handoff, but then it sort of deteriorated pretty quickly, as Frozen was pretty far away from the flag, couldn't get the handoff.
And the Muper Pings did pretty well there against the Juke.
Space Tiger, nice move. Oh, he's gonna be past 2. He doesn't have the boost to work with though, but he's out of base and he might have a chance to hold for power-ups. See what he does.
I think Water's going for the pup more than he's going for the return.
Yeah. The thing about going, sort of like trying to use your advantage of having the flag out of base to go for pups, is that you have to be able to threaten to come into base, because otherwise the OD is just going to go for the pup.
Especially when it's only like 4 tiles away from the flag.
Yeah. Of course, that's my favorite thing to do when the flags are in base, is to go for the grab while everyone else is worried about the pup.
It's just all mind games at a certain point.
Yeah. Mainly, I remember doing it actually in the Muper Ball Season 9 on this map. It was like we were down by a couple towards the end, and I got a cap by going for the flag instead of the power up. Of course, he didn't win the map, but you know. Will's gonna be out. He's past 3. A boost block from Water Wheel is big. Perfect block there.
And Will got the grab there. We'll see if he does it again. Oh, not with the tag pro, I'm sure. But again, I'm going to talk a lot about me and Will playing last season, but on this map, we always wanted to grab with the bomb or with one of the mid boosts boosting directly in a flag to grab. And that was how he grabbed on the grab that he capped on. Was boosting from the top mid boost directly in a flag.
Yep, Water Wheel straight in. That's cap number 3 now. We missed one. It was just so easy with the double tag pro. It could be a 3 cap swing as Will can't quite bring it in, but it's still all of a sudden 3-0 that the Muper Pings have a lead just a few minutes into this game number 2.
Taking advantage of the re-grab trains without the anti.
Yep, finally Squeeb and Crowman managed to get reset. But it just seems like they're having a much more difficult job keeping the flag in base. And of course, losing those 2 tag pros is not going to help. As we'll see how the power-ups go this time. Another tag pro goes over to the Muper Pings. I missed the bottom one. It must have been another rolling bomb.
The rolling for the snow angles.
So the one that gets just a rolling. Crowman does hit that snipe, so at least able to keep the flag in base. Frozen, he's not going to go anywhere. 3 in base, including a tag pro.
It's tough.
Ooh, a nice bomb from Will. Sort of a buddy bomb. Ran into Refined. But can't get him out of base. Nice move from Will. Can he get to the boost? No, he's going to back up, look for the portals. Just runs himself into the corner.
Water Wheel and Popsick have been very good on D so far in this half.
Yeah, and as you mentioned at the beginning, that both of these offenses, Space Tiger, Frozen, very good offenders. So being able to shut them down so well is very impressive. Finally, a Typer goes over to the angles. Looks like they'll be able to sweep the power-ups this round. Of course, one Typer runs into a spike, but they have another one. The backup Tag Pro. Frozen, he should be out. He's going to be past a couple. If he can get to the boost, that's a cap. He
Cool.
can't get there. Will beats him to it. Still a good opportunity, though, with two Tag Pros.
First, you gotta come out. Yeah, with two tag pros, you don't want to sit up near that bomb that long.
Yeah, and both Tag Bros tried to go and help him in base, but by the time they were there, he was already bombing out, so Tag Bros couldn't even help him. Chance for a reset, Frozen and Crowman. Oh, they can't get Water Wheel. That should have been a return. Still an opportunity for it. They do have it in Space Tigers playing anti. But the good OD as only, it was 2v1, Popsic and Ref on OD. Nice move from Frozen.
Six been playing pretty well. Seems to be just kind of filling in, doing a little bit of everything in the first half. He was capping a lot. It was good OD right there.
Yeah.
I think he got picked up for one tag coin. 2 tag coins. Sorry. But he's playing very much worth those 2 tag coins so far tonight.
And there's another cap. Refined, he had a rolling bomb. Didn't even need it. He'll be able to get another grab with it past 3. Squeeb boosts ahead. And he'll be able to hopefully get a contain. Crowman hits the snipe. Ooh, Frozen. Portal spawns right underneath him, but Refined spawns as well. Just nothing going their way. They aren't getting the Tag Pro spawns. Of course, they aren't getting very many of the power-ups. But I don't think they've had any... No, they did have that one. They did have a couple Tag Pros, but... Water Wheel
themselves don't do you any good if you can't use them.
That's right. Water Wheel and Popsicle, we'll just keep mentioning it. They're doing so well keeping the flag in base. And a Tag Pro over for Refined.
Should go help from mid. There you go.
Yeah, he does go for it. 2 Tag Pros now, and a lawnmower. That's a lawnmower, right? I always forget. Lawnmower for Refined. Frozen tries to come to base, but the Tag Pro is not going to let him get anywhere. And Will has a chance for a Tag Pro lead if he can cut back down. He does. Gets past 3 now. 2 actually, as Crowman's going to be ahead. Frozen goes for a grab. That's not going to work out. He gets returned by Refined, and Will gets the cap. 5-0.
It's got to be nice when you have Refined spawning after he grabs. Able to make it solo like that.
Yeah. Oh, very close attempt by Water Wheel. Tried to bomb through the portal into the flag, but couldn't quite hit it. And it's just more of the same, you know. We talked about it throughout the first game. Perhaps Angle's looking for a mental reset, but they're just not getting it. They're still losing the power-ups. They're still just slowly, the Muper Pings are scoring and just creating opportunities. Using their power-ups very well.
Again for the Muper Pings.
The triple juice. This should be a cap. It is. Oh boy. 6-0. Space Tiger is briefly on the flag tile, but the return isn't there. But if they can hold on to a regrab chain, perhaps get a reset, this is a good opportunity for them. Crowman and Squeeb looking to get a reset on Refined. He isn't. He's sort of just stuck there. Nice return from Squeeb, gets the solo. And now 2v2 blocks. Space Tiger still needs to get past Popsic though, and Ref is going to come in from behind, force him into the boost, and force him to take it awkwardly. Frozen now, past 2. Doesn't quite have the blocks though. He's going to bomb backward. I think he thought about bombing straight down, but he didn't quite have it. Power-ups are spawning. The 3v2 battle. The Muper Pings win bottom. Looks like they're going to win mid as well. And even though Space Tiger does have a juice on flag, it's the Tag Pro for Popsic that's probably going to be dominating for the next 20 seconds. That's the last round of power-ups for this half. 30 seconds to go. Perhaps just any sort of momentum cap for the Angles would be nice heading into half number 2. Oh, Frozen might have it. Oh, he gets it, and the return.
Barely snuck it in.
And the bump grab from Space, he's passed a couple, he's going to try to bomb. Oh, I'm not sure about that decision. Go for the bomb there, but still 1 cap. It's a 5 cap game. Um,
It's a little harder to turn 5 caps around on Transilio than Emerald,
yeah, it
but
won't be easy, but never say never, you know? Uh,
22 tags from Popsick.
22, as well as 6 power-ups. Overall, let's see, 13, 16 to 10 on the power-ups. Not that big of a difference, actually. Um,
Felt a
but,
lot felt a lot different than that.
yeah, it certainly did. I believe the 2 tag pros that I remember the snow angles getting, they could not use uh, for the cap quite as they wanted to.
And interesting there, the Snow Angles had a minute more hold as a team.
Hmm.
Didn't quite feel that way.
Yeah, interesting. I guess I guess there are quite a few of those caps by the Mover Pings that they sort of just walked it right in base to base. With the
Good.
tag pros, makes it easy. Oh wait.
I know I've been focusing on Pops a lot, mostly because it was Emerald the first half, but Snow Angles popped 24 more times. Almost, I don't know, estimating 40% more than Mooper Pings.
Yep.
Again, they did go down by a lot somewhat early, so it might have just been more of the same, being a little bit more aggressive than you would have otherwise been. So now we'll see if the Snow Angels can come back from down 5.
Yep. It won't be easy, but of course they only need to make a 4 cap swing, since there is OT, and that would at least ensure them 1 point. Will making all the moves. He takes the time, waits for the portal, and gets out of base. But Frozen does the same. Water Wheel and Popsick manage to sneak in for the return. Water
Oh,
Wheel, whoa my goodness. Gets a little lucky on the bounce. Bounces off of Space Tiger into the return. And not quite in time as Frozen comes in to save the cap.
it's a nice play from Waterwheel again. He actually played 40 minutes in majors last night. Got a sweep. So he's been having a good week.
Yeah, it's trying to prove that he's Majors worthy. Of course, he was Majors last season, but not on a very good team. And trying to prove all the haters wrong now as leading his own team into
Yeah,
what looks like is going to be a sweep in week number 1 of Minors.
you can blame Intercest and Bivy for the failures of Water's team last season.
Yeah, uh, I mean I do, but I'll blame the drafting as well. Uh, Imagine putting Inter and Bivy on the same team. Couldn't possibly go
Who
well.
would do that?
Will, again, you mentioned it, the mid boost into the grab. Couldn't quite get out of base that time, but had a good chance off the rope grab.
Water actually made his minors debut on Boost in season 13.
Really? Didn't know that.
That was Inter's team.
Ah, okay. Power spawning. Angle's doing better so far. Space Tiger does get a tag pro, but he's all alone in base and has to grab with it. I feel like he should just wait there for his partner, but what do I know? I don't play offense. Um, they will get a...
Space.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh,
Frozen, maybe a bit of lag. Runs into
yeah,
a
that couldn't
spike.
have been on purpose.
Yeah. I know he's playing from far away. He's certainly one of the people who's been a bit more vocal about not liking the All Dallas League.
Having played the All Dallas League for the first time last season, I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I was going to.
Yeah. Yeah, at
Fine.
this point I think I've gotten used to it just because of TPM, but it's never really bothered me. I guess, I don't know. Maybe I have decent internet. As the power-ups are spawning, this time, although 2 out of 3 went over to the angles. Oh my goodness,
They
Will.
just clean it up.
Will with the kill into the gate kill off the bomb. And they just continue to pour on the caps. It seems like nothing that the angles do can stop them. And it always comes back to the power-ups. It's just when you have these double tag pros, these great situations, and you keep in the flag and base so much, the caps are gonna come.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, frozen. Uh, Juggled him for half a second, but can't juggle him again. Space Tiger's out of base, but so is Will, and the boost spawn's unlucky for Space Tiger. Will has a return for cap situation. Frozen needs to stay alive if he will be able to. Of course, he has to give up the power up to do it, but Space Tiger does get the tag pro mid, and it looks like it was a rolling bomb that went top and was defused. Nice corner from Frozen to get past. Need a return from Will, or on Will, I should say. I get it. Space Tiger, does he go for the risky boost? He does, and he gets it. Perfect. Now I just need the 2v2 blocks. Ooh, Space Tiger doesn't quite get a good block on Ref. Nice OD from him there. And Ref should be out past 3 through the gate. Nice gate from Will. This is going to be another cap. Oh, okay.
I don't think that was on purpose.
Yeah. Missed the flag, but he gets back in time. And even when it seems like the angles have a chance to start a comeback, it ends up being the cap the other direction. Nice grab from Squeeb. He's through the gate. He's past 3. If he can boost straight in. Oh my goodness, refined.
Great OD.
Yeah. That definitely should have been a cap. I mean, Squeeb could have boosted straight in and it would have been a cap. This one finally will be though. Space Tiger gets there in time. And I mean, just winning a half, you will be playing this map again next week, so certainly getting the feel of playing it against, in this competitive scenario is always good. Space Tiger, nice handoff, gets under Will, uses Frozen's boost, but now can't quite get there in time, and all 4 members managed to catch up and be ahead. Game 1 was a victory for the Muper Pings. I believe the final score is 11-1, and now in Game 2, half 2, they are also leading. They won 5-0 in the first half of Game 2.
6-1.
Yes.
I think it's 8-2 right now.
Was it really 6-1?
Yeah, didn't they cap at the end?
Maybe.
I'm making that up.
No, I mean, I believe you.
It was a 5-cap game, whatever it was.
Okay. I put it on my scoreboard as being 5-0, but I don't know.
I'll pull up the EU just to confirm.
That's one thing I should actually have. I can add my scoreboard to this screen so you can see it. But Game 1 did go over to Chennai Muper Pings. Is that how you say it? Chennai?
I believe
Chennai?
So. I honestly don't know. I know it's like a city or a town.
Yeah.
In India.
Yeah, that's their jerseys. Oh, the bomb from Refined. Wow, gets through everyone.
Nice.
Great bomb there. And the power-ups. Angles, can they get 3 out of 3? No, we can't get the rolling bomb, but they have the 2 most important ones. Frozen, okay, well, Frozen grabs before the tag pro gets there, and the tag pro runs into the gate, so Frozen's still alive though. Good chance. Oh, nice splits. Can he get the boost? No, He hit the corner funny. He had the roll around.
It was 6-1, by the way.
Okay, well, I will fix that. As Refined looks to make it another cap, trying to match the first half score in the second half. Let's see. Oh, double backwards boost. Neither one hits.
Like, that's what we were talking about, where you're losing, so you're doing some stuff that you wouldn't normally do, and you're spiking.
Yeah. And Frozen can't get out of base. It's another one. Refined, how many caps does he have now? Let's see. I can't bring up the scoreboard for some reason.
It's 5 in this half. He's got all 5.
All 5. Oh boy. Absolutely dominant performance.
Yeah, you have to wonder with this happening in week 1. Angles did they have a chance to scrim? Have they just not played together?
Yeah, I mean that's certainly a possibility. They're looking a little bit discoordinated. I feel like there are a few opportunities where people are grabbing by themselves. Um, maybe not coordinating to get the power-ups. Could be a number of things, but
These are all good players too, and they're all playing like their actual position.
yeah.
So it's not just anything that you can be like, oh, Frozen has never played offense before, that's why they're struggling. They're all established players.
Yeah, there's
At their
certainly
position.
it's week one, so you can't read into it too much. And I believe many people predicted that the Mooper Pings would be one of the better teams this season in minors. Uh, but there are a number of questions that Snow Angle should have after this. Um, they can be able to tell what's working. Certainly not getting the power ups. That's the first thing. As Will bombs past Space Tiger was sitting on the flag tile, but the return didn't come, and it'll be what looks to be another 6-1 half, maybe 7.
We're not.
Oh, water wheel now. 10 seconds to go. The last couple of returns come through, and the final score of this one will be again 6-1 to the Mooper Pings. Aggregate on Transilio 12-2. As apparently it was 6-1 in the first half, even though I don't know, that might be fake news. We'll see. But overall, just an absolutely dominant performance by the Super Pings, or the Mooper Pings, I mean. Let's see.
Yeah, I would say after this week, beating what I think at worst people were considering a top 5 team, and beating them pretty handily, I think it's safe to put Mooper Bangs in the number 1 spot in power rankings next week, almost irregardless of what anybody else does.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what happened in the other games. I will check real quick, maybe if they're posted somewhere. Just like a recap of around the league, as you might say. There might even be there's another game that started at 10.
Yeah, it was the Bottle Otters against, can't remember what Dope's team name is.
Mumble Cappers?
Yeah.
That's a good name. I like that one.
I think that's another one that Fly came up with.
Ah, yeah. Alright, let's see. What are some of...
The wire thread just got posted. It's got to be EU if we dig through anything.
Yeah, I'll just give it a quick... If I knew the team abbreviations, I could find them. But I don't think I do. So I'm just
start
gonna...
with an N.
Yeah, they should... Can you search, like, N star? Or type
I don't think so. I think I tried to do that with XLTP and it didn't work.
Alright, well, never mind then. I don't care that much. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll hopefully be back for more games in the future. Depending on my schedule, I think I might look to stick with some of these late games, these 10 o'clock games. I know it's already past JJ's bedtime, but but we'll see what we can do. So thank you to JJ for helping me commentate, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.